not recording. Thank you. So sorry. Alexis just told me I was not recording. Thank you so much. So anyway, you are here because you like to do hard things. And I love to do hard things. And I love to be surrounded by women who like to do hard things. So yay, we have attracted our tribe. We're all coming with different strengths and different giftings and different personalities and different backgrounds. We have different histories, but we all have come together because we all want to work in living, and that gives us common ground. This code of honor that we're going to talk about tonight is another place of agreement and of common ground. And it's beautiful. Blair Singer says, in the absence of rules, people make their own. Well, the code of honor, I don't want you to think of it like the 10 Commandments or just like a list of rules. It is going to be guidelines to keep us all on the same page, okay? I need to get my screen ready because I'm going to do a little exercise with you real fast. Bear with me while I get this, my screen shared. Okay, so I need everybody, I'm gonna need you to look closely, and when I share my screen, I'm gonna give you instructions, okay? You have 60 seconds, and I want you to find in order numbers 1 through 59 in order as fast as you can, okay? There is a point to this exercise. Okay, on your mark, get set, go. Okay, stop. Okay, stop. Okay, so now, that was kind of hard, wasn't it? I mean, the first time I did it, I was like scrambling and looking around and kind of panicking, and my blood pressure was going up. So now, let's see. Okay, oops, let me get rid of this one. Okay, now I want you to look at this. Let me increase this. At the top, I have a grid, okay? The grid shows you, okay, so it's divided into 9 blocks. In the top left, you're gonna find number 1. In the middle one, you're gonna find number 2. In the third one, you're gonna find the 3, and so on. Those, right, like you see it, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to, those numbers are going to be within the grid. The grid was removed the first time. Now you can see the grid. Oops. Okay, now I'm going to remove this, and you're gonna try it again. I'm only gonna give you 30 seconds this time though. Hold on, there we go. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, that's as long as I'm going to give you. But wasn't that easier? I mean, having the grid and having like a guideline to where you're going to find things. You're so proud of yourself, Alexis. It made it clearer, didn't it? It helps to have to know how things are done, to have that grid, that understanding, those guidelines. Okay, I'm going to find this here. Sometimes our businesses are going crazy and spiraling out of control, and we're not sure why. It's because we haven't had a grid and there hasn't been a foundation. So I know that the code is going to serve like a grid for us. It's going to give us a paradigm shift. You will know if something's wrong. You can go to the code and say, oh, okay, well, it's this, it's not that. The code is going to help you and me keep promises to ourselves. The code is not for me to call out Susie Q or for Susie Q to call out Julianne. It's not for us to be slapping each other with. The code is, it's for me. The code is for you, and it's for each of us to be our best selves, okay? Private victory always, 100% of the time, precedes public victory. So when we learn to master ourselves, when we learn to keep promises to ourselves, to forgive ourselves, and to care for ourselves, we are more able to bring others along with us in a healthy way, okay? So the code is going to be a beautiful tool for you to learn to keep promises to yourself. And you're going to find yourself growing in so many ways as you do this. Okay, I have been reading, we're going to get to the code. We're almost there, I promise. I have been reading 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which is absolutely one of the best books I have ever read. And he says there are 2 different kinds of people. They're the haves and they're the bees. And JLDers are the bees. This is a have person. If I only had a more patient husband, if I only had more obedient kids, I could. If I only was surrounded by a local Young Living team, if only my enroller worked the business, if I could just have more time to myself, if I had more outgoing personality. Okay, so anytime, Franklin Covey says, I'm sorry, Stephen Covey, not Franklin. Anytime the problem is out there, that very thinking is the problem, he says. We empower what's out there to control us when we think, if only this was different. So that is human nature. I have done it, you have done it. So when we catch ourselves thinking, okay, if only this was different, then just know that thought right there is the problem. The proactive approach is to change from the inside out, to be different. We must be different from the inside in order to affect our outside. And these are the bees. I can be more resourceful. I can be more diligent. I can create a local wild team. I can teach my own classes. I can share oils with my neighbor. I can send samples. So see the difference? I think it should be called I can, but I can be more resourceful. I am more diligent. I can be these things, okay? So we turn inwards to change our circumstances. We don't try to change what's outside of us. I love that, and I highly recommend that you read the book. Okay, so let's get started on the code. Who's ready? I'm ready. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Hold on, I need to share my screen again. Just a second. Give me 1 second to get set up. I have a lot of tabs open. And your machine is not, oops, okay, got it. Let me go take it really small. Y'all are so patient. Okay, actually, I'm gonna move this over. I'm sorry, I should really, can y'all see that okay? What, you laughing at me? Okay, here we go. Invest in personal development. That is number 1. Now in our code, I'm showing you the big things. Can y'all see my screen? You can't see my screen, can you? Okay, I have all the scriptures, and it's beautiful. So you'll get to see it all. I'm not going to go over every single jot and tittle, but I just want you to know that a lot of team members came together and we were like, okay, so what are my struggles? What do I need to be better in? I need support in this. I'm going to put this down. Or what has been a struggle? You know, how can my team be better? How can I be a better leader? And this is how the code was created. This is the first time for me to ever create a code for a team. So there is a chance that in 6 months we might say, let's tweak something. So I'm just saying, you know, we are made up of imperfect humans and things happen. But right now, I love what we have. Let me tell you that. So invest in personal development. Now, bad news for you. Nobody's going to come to your house and make sure that you're reading personal development books. This is your personal responsibility. If you want to grow, you're here because you want to grow a Young Living business and you want to make money and you want to grow as a person. So honestly, people who don't invest in personal development through reading and just teaching, learning from people who have gone ahead of them, they don't grow. So just know that that is important. Okay, number 2, be a team player. Oops. There. Okay. So you're your own boss. You take responsibility for your own business. Erin Rogers at Diamond Bound, she said, once your enroller gets you your kit, because you wanted a kit or whatever you wanted, once she does that for you, your enroller's job is done. Well, okay. I agree with Erin to a degree. I think an enroller needs to follow up and make sure that the person that she enrolls is taken care of. JLD people, enrollers, you need to make sure that your people get plugged into the groups and get weekly education. We have a lot of weekly text messages going out. So understand that as a brand partner enroller, you are to set your people on their feet and to stay in contact with them. But as a brand partner, you are to fly. Your business is your business. Your business success is your responsibility, not your enrollers. So there's that. Okay. Be a team player also is our team is full of high fives, chest bumps, butt slaps, and affirming words. I love that. And you know what? I was so excited to get to the code. We're going to do it at the end. We usually start this monthly call off with shout outs. So we have a lot of people to shout out this month. And then also being a team player on the Just Little Drop team is we do Black Friday. We do Black Friday as a team each year, and it's been very successful. And I can't wait for everybody to post their results. But not all teams, not very many teams, I don't know of any other teams except for Jill on calls, do a Black Friday as a team. And so many hands make light work, and the more brand partners that participate, the smoother it goes. Okay, as a team player, you also participate on the pages with likes, comments, tags, and posting. So many hands make light work. So anybody, there's that. Okay, number 3. This was Alexis's.
Okay, the reason it's mine is because I struggle with it. And I was like, this is going to help me if I have my team helping me kind of stay accountable on this, if it's a part of our code of honor, and that is be on time. It's our number 3. Being on time is just a way to respect other people's time. And, if you're meeting someone on Zoom or it's a class, I think it's just really nice to be on time. So,
yeah. Okay. So yes, I don't think we've had a big problem with that actually, but I have attended other classes in different scenarios where someone doesn't start for like 30 or 40 minutes because they're waiting on someone. And I think that we should definitely respect those people who show up on time. And y'all are rock stars. I mean, like, 8:30 and everybody was here. That was amazing. Okay, Alexis. Number 4.
Yes, sorry. I'm looking at the code of honor right now. Okay, so this one I'm super excited about because like nothing in the code of honor, kind of like mom said, none of it is like the 10 commandments and we're gonna, you're gonna be stoned if you don't follow this. It's none of that, okay? That's not what we're going for here. We're going for JLD Brand Partners are an amazing community full of amazing women who all build differently and have different personalities. But something that we are doing that is going to be more of a like borderline requirement for JLD Brand Partners to be a part of the page is setting intentions. So every single month at the beginning, we're going to make a post and it's going to be, hey, set your intentions. And as a brand partner in the comments, you're going to set your intentions. So start small, like, hey, I want to grow by 100 OGV this month, or I just want to share with my mom and dad, or I'm going to go meet a neighbor and become her friend and bring her cookies because she's new in the neighborhood. You set your goals low and things that you can achieve. You're not going to feel like a failure over. Or if something's really hard or you're moving, you can say, hey, I'm not working this month. Whatever it is, you set your intentions for the month. And what it does, it allows your cross line, your people in your team, people above you to meet you and respect you wherever you are at. They can come alongside you and encourage you and say, hey, how's bringing cookies over to your neighbor going? Or they can say, hey, I know that you're going through a really hard time right now and you're not working. You set your intention, you communicated that. I'm not going to bother you. I just want to let you know I'm praying for you and I love you and I'm just here to support you. So that's the whole point of setting intentions. It's going to be such a very fun and important part of the JLD community. And it also shows us that like, hey, you're still showing up to the page. You're still alive. You're still building the business. And so, we still see heartbeats and growth in there. So, that is the next one, setting the intentions. And like I said, that really is more borderline of the requirement side of this, that we need to see all showing up and setting your intentions so that we can love you well and help each other grow.
Yes, I love that one because it's hard to help when we don't know. And the JLD Runners page ended up with like 340 brand partners on it. But there were a lot of ghosts. And so we're going to move away from ghosts. And you will know the beautiful thing about setting your intentions is that you're going to learn to keep promises to yourself. You will acknowledge, you know what, this month, I can only do such and such. And you'll keep that promise to yourself and you'll grow. So that's actually one of my favorite codes right there, because I think we're going to see the most growth in our builders from that one. So, okay. Next one is, I think every team, every family, every organization needs to have this code. Scripture says that gossip is like juicy morsels and it's fun and people enjoy it. And this is definitely an area that our team has failed in. And a lot of people have been hurt by gossip. So I love that we get a reset. And that's also the beautiful thing about just being a believer and getting to start over. So if there's anyone that you need to apologize to, I ask that you would do that. If there is somebody that you need to forgive, I'm asking that you would do that. Even if a forgiveness, will you forgive me, never comes. I hope that is never the case inside of our group, but I've lived long enough to know that I have had to forgive people who have chosen to never ask for forgiveness. And unforgiveness just eats a soul like bitterness and it rots the bones. So it ties up the person, not the person who needs to be asking forgiveness, but it ties up the person who's not forgiving. So I pray that everybody will walk in freedom in this, and no more gossip. Nobody gossips about anybody. If we don't have something positive to say, we don't say it. We don't say it out loud. We don't text it. We don't type it. Life is hard enough, and so many people are lonely, and the suicide rate has gone through the roof since COVID, and we just don't know where people are. We don't know what they're going through hormonally. We don't know what they're going through in their personal life. We don't know. And there's no way that we can know. Only God knows the heart and the complete circumstances of other people. So if we don't have something positive to say about someone, we don't say it, because we never know the whole, even if it's truth, and that's usually where gossip is coming from. Well, it's true. Well, that's no excuse. If it's not positive, scripture says, encourage one another and build each other up. And so JLD Brown Partners, we're going to practice that in a beautiful way, in what we post, in our comments. You know, I've heard it said that when someone is talked well about in private, that somehow it strengthens them even if they don't hear it. You know, I believe that. One day we're going to be accountable for every word that we speak. And so just know that you might feel like it's private, but it's actually not going to always be private. Okay. Number 6, Alexis, you're going to cover this one, right?
Yes. And that is share concerns up and not down. There's a couple reasons for this. One, because sharing it up, you're actually going to get help. If you have a concern or an issue or something negative to say, then share it up, because that person above you is more than likely going to make an effort to actually help you and figure it out. But when you share concerns like, oh my gosh, Young Living's behind on shipping, or they messed up my order, or my people are getting knocked off of Century West, whatever it is. I don't like the promo. I'm getting some feedback. Are you? Okay, no. What it does is it's kind of like a poison to your team that just seeps down, and your team will do exactly as you do, and they will share negativity and concerns and issues downward as well. And it just really, it doesn't do anyone good. So yeah.
Myself. Okay. Yes. So share concerns up, to strengthen your team. Okay. So
Mom,
yes,
I'm going to share this real fast because Sydney asked me to share it. Okay. So when I was at Gold Retreat, I ran into another person I had seen at Hawaii that the trip we went on. And she had like ranked silver and then ranked gold, and we saw each other at the trip, and it was so cool. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, congratulations, we're both here, we made it. And we're sitting in the back, and she's like, well, actually, I'm not gold anymore. I'm barely hitting I think she said it was like 20,000 OGV. But her team crumbled. I mean, she was storming, growing, grooving, and then suddenly her team totally crumbled because Young Living made one little swap. It was something like, instead of a promo at 100, you get free shipping. Remember when they made that swap? Well, her team, because she was sharing concerns and negativity downward about Young Living's changes, when they had this change, they automatically assumed a negative behavior over it, a negative assumption. And they were like, oh, we're so unhappy with it, shared it with their team members, and she crumbled down to like barely silver. And she's rebuilding. I mean, like, she completely lost her team, lost every single builder except one. And it's so funny because when I talked to Mom about that, she goes, oh, that's kind of funny, because when Young Living did that, I was so excited about it and hyped it up that everyone on my team, my OGV went up. So just know that you have a lot to say over your OGV, over your growth, over the attitude your team members have over Young Living's shipping and any issues they may have, which we know they have had issues in the past. It happens. And we can decide where we complain up. So yeah.
Thank you, Alexis. I love that. And it's just such a great example, and it's so true. And I've seen it in more than one case. So yeah, your team is going to reflect your verbiage, just like your children repeat what you say. Your builders are going to repeat what you say too. Okay. The next one is, oops, no poaching. Let me move this down. So no poaching. I mean, we know that it's in policies and procedures. You know, there's enough people in the world for everybody to hit RCD. There really are plenty of people. So yeah, just fish from the pond if it's available. Do your work. You roll a stone, it rolls back on you. It's karma. It's scripture, it's proverbs, it's real. What goes around comes around. So pray over your team and ask the Lord to protect your team and respect other people's teams also. So, okay. That one's just sort of self-explanatory.
Okay, I'll do the last one.
Not the last one, but okay.
Oh, it's not. You're right. I forgot we added one. I love this one. I think when we were making the code of honor, a lot of us leaders are like, this one. It is kind and timely communication, AKA no ghosting. It sounds like if you can't talk, that's the whole point of the whole setting intentions thing, not the entire point, but we need to know where you're at and how to love you and how to reach out to you. But if you're a brand partner and you said you wanted to work and your leader's reaching out to you, like, or even cross line, just don't ghost. Don't leave people, you know, unanswered. I mean, we're all busy. We all have things, but it's just a part of like respecting that person's time and them as a human being as well. So yeah, timely and kind communication is also known as don't ghost.
Yeah, if I can't get back to somebody, I will typically say, this is what I say. I say, hey, this is a super busy 2 days. Will you poke me again on Wednesday or in 3 days if I haven't reached back to you? So I just, yeah, I mean, we're all guilty of it, right? I just went through my messages and I was deleting because I had too many and my phone was going to crash and the iCloud was going to fall down on the earth and, you know, just too much stuff. And I found a message. I was supposed to send somebody a link to sign up like, I don't know, 3 months ago. And I was like, I am so sorry. Will you please forgive me? So sometimes it happens and some of these things happen. So that's why we have this code, just to remind us of how we want to treat other people. So yeah, if you can't get back to somebody, respect them enough to say, hey, I'm going to answer you tomorrow or whatever. So, okay, the last one is extend grace and forgiveness. So like we said, the code is not the 10 commandments. So, but it is the JLD standard and code and guidelines that we are all going to strive to live by. Well, every single one of us is human and we're all at different levels of personal development. Someone might be in a baby level over here, but they really have a desire to grow. Have grace towards them. Don't expect RCD behavior or whatever rank you are. Don't expect that behavior out of somebody who's just coming in. Have grace, forgiveness, and a willingness to teach and to come alongside. We're wanting to link arms and to help each other walk and run towards our goals in our personal development. So just know that our verbiage will be, if you ever are working with someone and you're like, okay, she keeps complaining down or whatever, you want to say, hey, let's have a heart to heart. Let's go to the code. Let's just go to the code. So not, it'd be a lot more fun and fast to say, hey, you're breaking number 6. Okay, that's my personality. Let me just tell you, I tend to be like cutthroat. Let's just get straight to it. You're breaking number 6, you know. But that might not go, it might not be received by the 2 Enneagram people, you know what I mean? So we're gonna, our verbiage that we can all learn to use together is, let's have a heart to heart. Let's go to the code. Let's just talk about the code. So grace, love, and forgiveness. And so yeah, there is our code of honor. And I'm so excited. I will put the basics in the entrance of, it's going to be inside the group, the JLD brand partners. That's our new business name. And we'll have our new brand partners watch this. It's recorded so that they can know the heart behind it and not see it as a list of rules and not be afraid by it, but be encouraged that they're part of it. Okay, so now let's do high fives, fist bumps, butt slaps, and all that. Who wants to go first?
Can I go first?
Sure.
I really want to shout out Anna Major.
Okay.
She has worked her booty off. I mean, like, watching her work inspires me, and it just makes me want to go out and work really hard. Like, she's so just faithful. Like, she's faithful in the nitty gritty. Like, I've watched her. She does Young Living, and Maria Arsenet said this, and it's so true. She really does Young Living in a non-slimy, beautiful way that's so appealing and attractive to everyone that it's like, can I please do what you do? Can I look like you and be like you? You know, Anna, you're just amazing. You inspire me. You encourage me. And hitting silver is a really, really big deal. And you worked so hard for it.
You did.
I love you.
Congratulations. A big congratulations.
Okay, I'm gonna go. My camera's off because I'm tired. But Natalie hit executive today, and that is so awesome. She jumped in both feet, and I'm so proud of her. She literally has been kicking people's butts this month because she is so determined.
Dang. Wow, you did it. Oh my goodness, Natalie. Congratulations, Sarah. I know what that means. You're really close to silver retreat. So exciting. Who else? Okay. Cassidy.
Can I shout out? Oh, sorry.
I just want to say, Cassidy's flipping silvers like grandma flips pancakes. So, that's a pretty big deal. Go ahead.
Okay, can I shout out 3 people? Is that okay? I want to shout out Maria and Allison and Semele. They're all crushing it as a team. I've never seen 3 people work in harmony so well in my life. Just like, it's beautiful and it's so fun and I love it. And yeah, just inspiring me a lot.
Thank you.
I want to shout out Crystal Craiglow. She's been in a very quiet season, but she hasn't been a complete ghost. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't drop off the face of the earth. She's been just a sweet, precious encouragement in my life. And anyway, Crystal, thank you for being you.
I'll shout out just everybody who participated in the Black Friday, all the people who made it work, because I think everybody who got their people in that group, I know for me, it was tremendously successful and it's so much fun. I mean, these people who won are getting so much free stuff. So I just want to shout out all the leaders who helped put that together, because I think it collectively blessed a lot of teams and then a lot of people who won the freebies.
And I want to shout out Sully and the graphics team. Who all was on that graphics team? Because y'all killed it. It was amazing and beautiful. And y'all did so well. The Black Friday event was seamless. I mean, it went so smooth. It was only our 2nd year to do it. And it just went with so much ease this year. And I think our team is really getting excited and happy to be a part of it. And I know I personally had people join just so they could be a part of the Black Friday event. So great. Yeah, I agree. Great job, everyone who participated in that. Y'all are just rock stars, and I'm honored to work with y'all. I just want to recognize again that everybody on this call is voluntarily here. You're not on anyone's payroll, and that's beautiful. It says a lot about you and your person and who you are and who you're becoming. And so I think you're awesome, and I'm glad you're here. And I look forward to seeing what God does in each and every one of your businesses this year.
Almost everyone has been removed from the JLD runners because we're rebranding. So just be sure that you re-enter the group and you read the code and you type out that you agree, so that you can be part of the group.
Yeah. Okay. That's it, guys. Thanks for hopping on, and we'll see you in the new JLD Brand Partners group tomorrow, December 1st. Bye, guys.